Games, Brains and a Head-Banging Life here. Yes, it is us again. But this time, separate places from our isolation stations. Me from my home, you from where you live with your mother. And we're separated because, of course, things are out of control in the UK. But not just out of control in the UK, out of control in YouTube comments. We're going to talk about this first. The whole reason why we're coming back to Spiritbox, which is not something we actually do often. We tend not to repeat reactions, particularly when you're showing me music that you've heard of and stuff like that. We tend not to come back to them that often, particularly if we've had a kind of a negative response to the video and stuff like that. Now, the only reason I want to talk about this at the start of this is simply because I find it it needs or bears some form of conversation in regards to when I think perhaps you're missing the point of a reaction video. Now, every reaction video I've seen, and I end up going back, and I was absolutely fascinated by the furore surrounding Spiritbox, the ardent defenders who were screaming, "Don't you dare say anything bad about my band," and calling you names because of that, to the other side that was often people with super measured responses and recommendations. The whole reason why we're doing this return to Spiritbox is based off those people who said, "Hey man, cool, you didn't like it for this, whatever, and so on, but hey, maybe check out this video, or check out that video, or check out this song," and so on. Love those people, great interactions. And then you get the other side, which is the insane reaction of, "I hate your fucking guts, and I will murder you because you said something bad about band." Yeah, that's hyperbole. Obviously, that isn't actually, well, it wasn't said to us, but I imagine there are some people out there that do react that way. But wow. I can't believe in 2021 and 2020 last year as well, that any of that sort of fan base, ardent defenders still kind of exists. I guess I've lived in a little bit of a bubble there when it comes to YouTube comments, because we're not a big channel. So it's not like we get piles and piles of comments. And when we've had them negative in the past, it's very easy to dismiss and be like, "Oh yeah, it's just some idiot." I kind of want to know why people react this way. So based off that, I went and looked into Spiritbox, because I was like, right, what's going on here? Why does the reaction to Spiritbox remind me of the reaction to baby metal and stuff like that? Whereas you can't just say you don't like baby metal without people going mental at you and stuff like that, to the point that we've covered baby metal on the website quite a bit. We've reviewed 2 albums, several singles, and even seen them live, and still don't consider them the pioneers and great band that people do. But we're kind of a little bit nervous about covering them now, because it's like people get so wild, even though you can explain yourself and sit there and write a review, as we do on the site, and say, "Hey, this is why we don't particularly care for this song," and so on. People are like, "How dare you? How dare you say anything bad? They're the greatest thing ever." And it's like, whoa, that's just an opinion, right? I mean, this is a literal opinion. This isn't like a whole "the world is flat" opinion, because that's just something that's wrong. This is just what I think, and so on. So I was looking through reaction videos, and I saw something like, I remember when it was suggested that we do reaction videos for the channel and stuff like that, I was kind of anti it, because I never really liked it. I never really liked the idea of doing it and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm glad we do now, because it can be quite fun. I wouldn't say we're particularly great at them or anything like that. Everyone was kind of universally positive, but they were also saying the same things, which I couldn't understand why it was praise. And with Spiritbox, one of the things that really puzzled me was, why was everyone focusing on the fact that a woman can sing that heavy? Did you notice this?
Yeah, it wasn't like, "Oh, the guitars are really good." It was like, Courtney's lows are insane. You need to listen to it. It's never anything else. It's always focusing on that. And it's like, but as a song in itself, I think it's really good. Everything into what it is. It's not just her. She's doing a fantastic job, but give some praise to the other 2 members as well.
And it really, it kind of scratched my head, because I was kind of like, why didn't I really focus on that side of things? And truth be told, it's not because, "Oh, look at me, I'm so on point, I don't need to focus on that." It's generally because while women as vocalists in metal are few and far between, particularly in the heavy end of the scale, we do on GBHBL talk and cover a hell of a lot of women bands and stuff like that. I mean, Venom Prison are one of the best metal bands out there, and what they're going to be doing in the future, based off the EP they released at the end of the album, the combined album with the old EPs and the new tracks, is very, very exciting. So I guess the whole "Courtney can do this" didn't really resonate with me because to me, it was nothing particularly new. Didn't mean it wasn't fantastic. And in that video, I even said as much. I even said it was and stuff like that. But I can't quite put my head together what I'm missing. Like, why are these being seen as the next big thing? And I still can't quite connect the dots up. I can see potential greatness because what I see is potential mainstream crossover, which is the possibility that they might get more attention through some of the more melodic side of things and the eclectic nature of the artists and bands and the band, that they might get a bit more mainstream attention because, truth be told, in my opinion, there will never be bands the size of Metallica, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, and so on ever again. The industry has completely changed since streaming has taken over. No one wants to buy music. No one wants to buy merch. How can you ever grow to that size? The best we can hope for is a band to grow to a certain size, and only if they have mainstream crossover, which is the likes of, say, Baby Metal, who have grown to a decent size, enough that they can sell out an academy in the UK or potentially even something like Wembley Arena in London and things like that. But I still can't quite picture someone like Baby Metal becoming a headliner of, say, Download and stuff like that. Because we still do the swing abouts of who's headlining Download this year. Oh, it should be Maiden. It should be Metallica. It should be so on and so on. And people go, God, we're so sick of the old school. But then when previous times bands have been given the opportunity, like Avenged Sevenfold and like that, everyone gets mad about it because those bands are polarizing. And that's what I see with Spiritbox as well.
With Parkway Drive, with Bloodstock, the absolute outrage that there was. And they were amazing. They were the best headliner of the entire weekend for me. They were brilliant. But the outrage that ensued that announcement and then the lack of a crowd compared to like the night before with Sabaton was mind-boggling to me.
No, I agree. And we've obviously very much been in massive support of Parkway Drive and that headline show. But it is music today more than ever, seems, particularly since the wide array of social media and able to just basically say what you want through anonymity, has allowed everyone to behave and act in a certain way, creating this polarizing effect. Because also what ends up happening is, like with Baby Metal, and I'm not trying to compare Baby Metal and Spiritbox. I'm just using Baby Metal as a great example of a modern band that polarizes audiences and has still reached a great height and with that mainstream appeal. But you have these subset of fans, as ardent, screaming and shouting, don't you dare say anything bad about my band, or I will insult you and call you names and tell you all this kind of things. And what you're actually doing when you do that is you're putting people off listening to that band. You're putting them off and making go, you know what, if that's what the fan base is like, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to look at them.
I feel that because, well, Spiritbox, in the same vein as like they're being praised so heavily, they're kind of like Static Dress and Loathe, and because Loathe released an album this year and everyone went nuts about it. Like one of the biggest things I'd seen, and I'd never heard of them before ever, and they were just suddenly on my radar. The same thing with Spiritbox, and at first I was like, well, I don't really care that much. There's nothing really special. Kind of as it grows on you, and it did for me. But it's these bands that people protect, like they've got this knight of shining armor. They're like, I need to protect them. They're young. They don't. They know what they're doing. They don't need sweaty neckbeard on the internet to go, you didn't like my favorite band's song.
And I completely understand that. I'd also completely understand if you're watching a reaction or you're reading something or hearing something where someone literally goes, that fucking band shit, and that's all they say, that's fine. But if someone is sitting there explaining, oh, look, I didn't really like this track and so on and all that kind of thing, and then you're still mad about it, that is insane. But that side of things, fuck that side of things. And if you're already going to the comment section, because we haven't even started looking at the videos we said we did this, to write another stupid thing, go nuts. Here's the thing. The band will not thank you for it. You think for a second that Spiritbox are going to be like, oh, there's our guys going out and fighting the good fight for us. All Spiritbox want is for you to watch the shit. Just like the same with us. You commenting and watching this video, thank you very, very much. It all adds up. Thank you for that. And it's the same with Spiritbox. They want to be successful. They want to get their music out. Then they want people to hear it. We will never be supporting you going, Go on, mate. Go and call those people on the internet lots of names because you happen to disagree with their opinion. And here's the thing, man, disagree with us, please do, because we cover so much. And please do, like, if you're like, look at the rest of the channel. Look at all the stuff we cover in this very last week of the time of recording. It's not just reactions to Spiritbox that went up, or reactions to Anal Nakarath that went up, reactions to Loathe, reactions to Alpha Wolf. It's a wide array. This very week, I've written loads of written reviews for the month of January from from like Harakiri for the Sky, which is atmospheric close back metal, and the Owls Keep Smiling, all the way up to just death metal. And oh my goodness me, what, I've forgotten their name, London rock band, really intriguing music as well, bit Weezer like and stuff like that. Can't quite remember the name, but very different to everything else I was kind of listening to. But as we said, we were like, you know what, let's return to Spiritbox, let's talk about this at the start, and then let's watch 2 more videos of theirs based on recommendations and things people have been saying. Hey, check this out in the comments of the Holy Roller one. So here we are. And we're going to take another look at Spiritbox. Know a little bit more about them now. Obviously, band members that were previously in I Once Wrestled a Bear, or I Wrestled a Bear Once. I can't remember if I've got that the right way round. I vaguely remember the band. I vaguely remembered it was all one word as well. So it's like a nightmare to read. Yeah. But I couldn't say I was a fan or if I really knew anything about that. But, you know, obviously, what really surprised me, though, looking into them, was how little music they actually had. In the sense of, like, I was expecting, oh, okay, so presumably this band is blowing up and they've got an EP and an album here or there. They released independently a couple of years ago. And it's like, oh, no, it's predominantly singles they've been releasing, which shows that they've kind of got their heads screwed on right for the modern way of doing music, which is get this out there, get that. Ton of videos. Like, there's a lot of stuff where it's like stripped back stuff and not necessarily official music video stuff and things like that, which I thought was pretty cool. But we're going to check out the first one now. We are going to do Blessed Be. Yeah?
Yeah.
So on 3, you're going to press play and I'm going to press play. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Hey, I like that. Great voice.
The range is
incredible. It's got a nice little mellow feel to it with a, oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
He's like eating his fingers.
Excuse me. I like the electronic rhythm, and that bass is quite, you can really hear it.
Yeah. I love the video.
Yeah, video's brilliant. Nice little bit of eeriness to it as well.
Yeah.
Ho ho! Fuck, I didn't expect that. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow. Whoa. Just to go back to that. The fuck is that?
That was so cool.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, everyone that recommended checking out Blessed Be. That was excellent. That is more like it. That is outstanding. Outstanding music. And what, not just music, but as well, what an incredible video. What a story told in that video. Very, very, what a visual treat to the eyes, but also musically. I would have been, here's the thing, I'd have been totally fine had that been mellow and with the electronica and the thick bass sounds all the way through. That would have been, I'd have been like, you know what, that was a really cool song. That was good. Love the way she sings and all that. But the fuck, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere, completely unexpected, and that lifted that track from what would have been, say, a 7 out of 10 to a 9, maybe even 10 out of 10. That was excellent.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought it was really good. It's like, because I like these more mellow songs and I like clean vocals, but then you get that moment of eeriness. Where, oh, what's going to happen? Because you know when a breakdown's coming, you usually got the war drums and you've got the reverb. There was none of that there. It was just kind of like some eerie noises, and it goes silent for a second, and it just comes in with and it's nowhere else in the song as well. That makes it so much better because it surprises you and it catches you off guard. I like it a lot.
The joke was throughout it, and I think I must have said at the start, I was like, this is a track that will have a bit more mainstream appeal. I'm not so sure now because of that segment. Like that, I could see a lot of like more mellow, more pop fans and stuff like that like it and going, oh yeah, it's a rock track, and yeah, I like a bit of rock and all that, and then shitting a brick when that thing hits. Yeah, that was generally, I'm kind of lost for words in a sense. I was a little worried that we would end up doing this and I'd just be like, I really don't like it, I really don't like it, and really don't like it. But like everyone kept saying, oh yeah, check it. One of the constant ones was Blessed Be. So like, damn, like that's the shit, man. That's excellent stuff. No, that's like that I'm going to listen to again, like a lot. And I'm going to be paying a lot more attention to Spiritbox now that I'm like, okay, there was one track I didn't care for. Now I've got one track I absolutely loved. So you know what that means. We need to listen to a third one. And we are going to do Belcarra, which is another one with an official video. And we're going to take a look at that as well. And let's see where this one lands, right? You got it up?
Yeah. I just noticed Blessed Be has 1.8 million views.
Oh,
this
it's
one
incredible, isn't it?
93,000, which is it means not it's good, but it's just not 1.8 million.
Not yeah. Still almost reaching a million though, right?
100,000.
Well, no, it's not. It's almost reaching a million.
93,000.
Which one are you on? I'm on Spiritbox Belcarra official music video. I have 912,856 views.
I've got 93,000. It's on a channel called Bound.
We're on different. Yeah, I'm on the actual official Pale Chord Music.
Ah, there you go. Oh,
yeah. There we go. It makes much more sense, right?
That's a lot better.
Okay, you ready? On 3, yeah? 3, 2, 1, go. Spiritbox. So they've got this kind of a horror evil theme constantly, don't they? We've got a bit of a heavier one here.
This is one of the earlier tracks.
Yeah. The dancing is quite unique. Jesus. Trying to pick up on those guitar and bass tones. She's very transfixing to watch, isn't she?
Yeah.
You find your eyes drawn immediately to her eclectic nature. Tell you what, man, this band, across all the tracks, I'm noticing bass is kick-ass constantly. Not 100% soul in this part. Still, the choppy bass is really, really pleasing my ears.
Oh.
I'm laughing in positivity, I promise. So what did you think?
I don't think it's as good as Blessed Be.
Agreed, yes.
I also felt like it could have been shorter. You could have made that song shorter and it would have still had the same impact. A couple parts went on for a bit too long and you find yourself going like, okay, well, is something big going to happen?
Interesting.
Like after the big breakdown, the song could have ended after that and I would have liked it a lot more because that would have impacted me a lot more. But going back to that kind of lead bit and then it extends it, it was like,
okay. That's quite interesting. I agree with pretty much everything you're saying. I'm not 100. I'm okay with the length. It just over 4 minutes. it's easy for me to say, oh, like cut out the clean part, because for me that was probably the weakest point in it. It didn't really feel needed. But the problem with that is I did like the choppy sound of the bass there on its kind of own. And like if you take that out, then it's just heavy all the way through and maybe not quite as eclectic and unique as it sounds. I thought it was a good track. Yeah, so like 3 Spiritbox tracks, one I didn't like, one I loved, and now one that I think I like. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, that's like Blessed Be is the top of the dog, of course, but that was still a very good track. Like, that had a nice level of constantly fluctuating guitar tones, very, very ripping and tight on the ears. The bass always stands out in Spirit, it seems. Of course, Courtney, her name is, right?
I think so, yeah.
Sounds fantastic. She's got great vocal abilities. And from a video standpoint, I quite liked it. I feel like the weird dancing that's completely out of tone with the song is obviously done to grab our attention. Like, it's like you're going to... I don't want to say it's being weird for weird's sake, because I don't know that, but it came across a bit like, oh, yeah, you know, people are going to be like, well, that doesn't fit. And I guess it's par for the course for the band, because across 3 different videos as well, we're talking about Holy Roller, Blessed Be, and this, they've shown different elements to their style, but also that they're very focused on delivering a more leaning towards darker horror-esque side of things, which for me is fantastic, being a massive horror movie fan, you know, so more of that is very, very exciting. On a sort of like, would that appeal to like mainstream audiences and all that? No. The guitars and bass and drums are far too rigid and heavy and so on, and it's just predominantly her screaming at you, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, that's certainly a lot deeper down the path for Spiritbox. They've got others as well, and we might come back to them further down the line, but there's certainly a band based off these videos here as well. And the positive comments that I think would certainly both of us will be keeping a much closer eye on, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
And of course, I'll say this then, by all means, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Bad or good? Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?